Hour, we saw Michigan Central's historic transformation from blight to beauty. Now, it'll be at the center of a massive innovation district run by Ford.
But could a similar future await other eyesores in Detroit, like the Packard Plant? A lot of people are wondering that, and the city's inviting developers to pitch their ideas for that site.
But 7 News Detroit reporter Faraz Javed is highlighting the voices of people who live nearby the Packard Plant to see what they want to happen there.
Here on Detroit's east side, it's hard to miss one of the biggest symbols of blight, the Packard Plant. After being vacant for decades, it's finally being torn down. So the city hopes to have another automotive-related plant come up on this site, but I'm asking folks what they would like to see being built on this 80 acres of land.
Sports complex, entertainment complex.
We would like to see more residential properties, more retail.
It needs to be industrial. I don't know how you could ever make a park or a nature preserve or anything.
I would prefer it to be something that benefits the community.
If they can use it for a mixed-use site, then I'm all for that.
I think if you dug 10 feet down in the ground, you'd still find chemicals and things, so we may as well just keep that going.
These Detroiters have a unique connection with the Packard Plant. A tour guide, Ron Watts, says he always makes a stop at this facility.
I get people from all over the world that come to Detroit and takes my tours. I like to show you the whole spectrum of Detroit from the beginning to the end and why it's the way it is.
So what do you tell people when you bring them out here and show the Packard Plant?
It was built by Albert Kahn, architect of Detroit. He built 400 buildings here. This was like the blueprint of most factories in the United States.
While John Lauter pulled out his phone to show me pictures of the storage space he was renting out here up until 25 years ago.
I started keeping my cars in here about 1985, and then we were all evicted by the city in 1999.
Christopher Burns worked as a property manager at the plant for the last 10 years.
Watching the property, kicking people out, making sure no one gets hurt on the property.
So now that it's being demolished, how do you feel?
I'm kind of sad that most of it's been torn down, but I'm glad that the mayor decided to at least keep the administration building, which is this building number 13, and building number 27, 29.
So these two buildings will not be demolished?
No, sir.
Okay.
If this can be preserved as the office for many businesses, one business, that would be wonderful too. If they just get into this and they say, nah, this is too far gone and it just all has to go, I wouldn't shed a big tear over that.
You gotta do something with this. I mean, I was born and raised on the east side, and as far as you can see, it's a lot of vacant lots and burned down homes and things of that nature, but you go downtown and it's flourishing.
The one thing about this area, it has nowhere to go but up. And it's not going to go up until all of that goes away.
From the east side, I'm Faraz Javed.